Yeah. Did you hear that?
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, got it.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, we'll get some questions as well, but there's a lot of things going to go around in arm wrestling world right now. I wanted to talk about with you with some things, Uh, we like with the whole discussion with you, Devin, Neil, and it was just for me, it was super funny and fun. But like I have figured out that a lot of people will think about techniques differently. And you said like press should be on one side and should not be on the same side as well. Why do you think that? And then or maybe should I explain like how I feel where the vision is between inside and outside moves?
Sure, you can go first. Sure.
Sure, you can give your shitty opinion, right?
No, 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 no.
So because like a lot of people think it's supination pronation, but it can be tied to pronation supination. It can be tied to the hand. In like I feel like Devon has a good separation where it is either shoulder goes forward or you going backwards with the shoulder. For me, it's always where the power lies. So if you look at the hand and you right here in the center, if you're always kind of more on this side, it's always going to be a hook or a press. If you're always here, it's more of a top roll. Of course, the problem is the press can be like this and you can press it like this, and it's going to be more of a inside move because shoulders going forward. So that's where a little struggle is. And you can top roll with a flop wrist if you want to, right? You can lose your hand and still have a good pronator and still have all the tension going to the top. So the press kind of falls in the middle depending on how you achieve it, in my opinion. If you go straight from the start, it's going to be inside. Because straight from the start, almost never you will have it like this. You will have it through the inside and then you can go. But if you do it when you have your opponent hang up with a top roll and then you transition, because most of the time you're still going to keep the tension on top. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. Maybe I would simply just say that the reason why I talk about these different techniques is that ideally I would like to understand the system of how which technique should I choose if I know that you are gonna hook, right? So how to choose the correct counter. That's if I could understand every single time the best move against my different opponents, then it would be great. So that's why I'm trying to figure out, okay, what works against what. And I feel like Devon has a pretty good his triangle or pyramid, right?
Yeah.
He's quite smart. I feel like in my mind, it's maybe more like a circle at the end. So maybe I would join, at one side of his triangle, we have King's Move. On our side is Flopper's Press. Yeah. So if you just connect these two ends, because Flopper's Press, I'm thinking it deals well with King's Move. So then you get a circle and you can always make a good choice, and it's not exactly like Devon's, but maybe I should draw it myself and post it, because I think I had a pretty good idea of which technique beats which technique. So
I understand. Yeah. For me, it's like I think the thing or idea with the pyramid is you can transition. So you start from here and then you slowly transition to here. Like that's the end point. And if you're stuck here, you can only transition this part. And for me, it's if you're stuck in the king's move, you can go to a flop press. But if you're stuck in a flop press, almost never you will go to the king's move. I feel like you're because you're giving up so much there that you're just trapped. And the idea of the triangle, because those are the end lines. There's like, the thing is, from King's move, you can go for a press, but from flopper's press, there's pretty much nothing you can do. There's no good transition. If you just lose it and you're sitting here, you kind of,
But you see, I feel like the problem with Devon's pyramid is that he has his high hook at the top. So in his mind, high hook is the best move ever, and everyone should always try to start that move and then transition to one side or another. And I'm saying that
it's high hook and high top roll. Like it's not just high hook, but it's like you choose where you go. You do the same. You always want to get the height. You get the height, you're in a better position, almost always.
Right, but I believe that different techniques like good hook, good flopper's press, and good top roll, I feel like they are equally good, and you can almost directly go into them. For example, like Jerry, he can easily just flop off the start. And I feel like if you spend enough time, because most of us, we spend time on working on the hand control and just this post and everything, like the correct arm wrestling. And I guess that's why most of us are good at it. But if you spend more time on your flop wrist or direct hook, I feel like you could probably reach a level which is also equally good to the rest of the high hookers. Or I'm just saying.
I understand. I kind of understand what you're saying, but there's like everyone. The idea would be for Devon. The idea is you start. That's the starting point. Because you always want to get height. If you don't get height, you start dropping there. Because if you have a good height and good control, doesn't matter whether it's hook. Like if you can hold someone very vertically, not being under, you're in a good position to do whatever. Either finish the match, transition to something else. But if you can do those things, you kind of go down the line. For Jerry gives up straight away. Like he doesn't care. You take the risk, he doesn't care. So he's dropping all those options and goes straight down there. And the thing is with flopper's press and like King's move, there's just like you can count people on one arm who has been extremely successful long term with those techniques, because they are such a rare. It kind of takes special individual to survive it. But you can right now, if you want to develop your hook, I just don't believe. Sorry, I lost you.
No, I'm still here. Maybe the connection was bad.
Yeah, I just like, if you would like now you want to hook, you would struggle beating the same guys you're top rolling in a hook for quite some time. It will take developing skills, because we know your top roll is your ace. Your body just says like, just let's do this. And I think that was the thing that everyone, Neil at least, trying to explain to you. Like, you don't have to look the other way. You just have to improve what you do and maybe find a better solution. Like you said, like you want to create something that, my top roll can beat all these techniques. And it's pretty much like, there's guys that can absolutely destroy everyone with their technique. They never do anything else, or they don't need to do anything else. It's good to, have plan A, B, C, and D. But for you, like it's been top roll all day long. It's always top roll. You can can I hook him? And you hook him, you're like, I can hook, But most of the time, the same guys, you will, if it's even possible to develop those skills. There's such a rarity is well-rounded arm wrestlers that can top roll, hook, and press the same. I think it's a rare thing in arm wrestling. Like Sanders is one of those guys right now. I'm looking like, because he can do everything, and it's weird, But most of the time, it's one technique, because I feel it's natural, Like for me, like I can't top roll like you. It's just doesn't feel natural for me. And for you, you can get on those presses because it doesn't feel natural. You just want to rise high.
That depends on your
on what
and everything, and
yeah. I feel like it's you know, because you were always been top roller, you know. And the thing was like the whole conversation was like you're like I should do hookish, and they're like no, just make it better,
No,
make
no.
something better of it.
What I was saying, I just said that I should get some kind of hook strength. That I didn't say that I should hook.
Yeah, yeah,
I said that it will help me to
yeah,
strengthen my top rolling.
yeah.
So it's still top roll, but it would be more more stronger elbow. No, but yeah, some conversations were fun, and then some videos you made afterwards, that one saying like, "Oh, really?" That was fun.
That was the funniest thing ever. You're like there's
Funny.
no defensive hook. It doesn't exist. And I was like, oh really?
Oh, really? That was definitely.
Yeah. It was really good. It was fun. The dark card was really fun. The house was really cool and for sure. So it's news. I don't know if we can say it. Most likely, Neil's gonna kill us. But you just announced that you will have a match with Božidar Simonov, and
Yes.
the match is not gonna happen, right?
Yeah. So just today, Neil told me that no, it's Božidar apparently cannot show up during that week. So for some personal reasons. So I guess we are gonna just do it a bit later,
Mm,
and then I'm getting a new opponent,
mm.
which is not confirmed yet. So I'm not gonna talk about it, but yeah, it's gonna be someone else.
Someone else. Well, yeah, I don't know. Like you have pulled Božidar before, right?
Yes, yes.
But have you beaten
Once, I
him?
think for real, only once.
Okay, in top 8 Turkey, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's
And
he's 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 hard for top rollers. He's very hard. You need a king's move or you need a press.
but also, I remember when I was training for Tom Holland, I learned something quite special and new. And since then, nobody really hooked me.
Mm.
So I was wondering maybe it could also work against Božidar.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, more pronator strength. Yeah, I would like to see that match because I think it's for 6 rounds. It would be very very interesting. You know, because it 100%.
It's not impossible. Yeah, I was watching some videos of his, and I can see some possibilities. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be interesting.
it would definitely be a cool match for me. I think just to see like Boji is so weird because the way that he has beaten top rollers, you know, like the last time he lost was to Tsetan. That's what we saw, and that was like week later after Worlds, and he didn't look really good in that tournament. I think he took it lightly, and then he lost to Adam. So, but still, like 5 or 6 time world champion he is, you know. So
Yeah, if you can see all of these Bulgarians, they have a special way to hook.
Yeah.
I think they initiate very, very correctly.
yeah.
So
Yes.
I guess it's Karazimir's idea.
Did you see Matt Mask versus Jordan?
Yeah.
That's
A good example.
yes. And everyone's like they're kind of shitting on Krasi because Krasi has this anti streak and that I'm going for as well. But the thing with Krasi can't come close. Like this is pretty much I think his range of motion. And if you hook, you want to put your shoulder behind because the one thing is when your arm is solid here, it doesn't matter. The problem is when you go side pressure, your shoulder just gonna stay out. And
Yeah, so it's so much harder to press sideways while it's far away from you, right?
yeah. Take like
Maybe that's Krasimir's problem.
everyone can do this experiment. Take any weight, get someone very close and get someone far away and see how much difference does it make because it's a big difference. And
Yeah, so maybe that's why Krasimir is not doing so great. But otherwise, his way of pulling is very smart.
oh yeah, they get in very good. The hand is always good. It's I think for
But
him.
wait a second, Krasimir is still one WAF, right?
Worlds, yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. He took I think he took a loss in a qualifier, and then he won 100 kilo class. Yeah. For some reason, Kitigali didn't pull, and well, Reno was injured or pretty not great after the juniors. So, but yeah, I don't know. With arm wrestling and the injuries and the style changes, and we have seen him top rolling much more as well because he's like, I think this works better now because it's there you don't care how far the arm is if you can still do it.
So by the way, how do you feel after our match? I can just tell you that I really enjoyed the match. Also everything behind the cameras and stuff. Somehow, I don't know. I didn't expect you taking all the trash talk so well. I don't know. We were really having fun. At some point, I was even thinking, okay, maybe I hope the guy doesn't get angry on me, but you didn't at all. So it was great.
No, there was probably like I love the James reaction when we sit down face to face, and he didn't need to say go. We just yeah. This is it's all it's not for show. When we're together, that's exactly how we talk. Yeah, we just take a piss of each other all the time. But yeah, I knew it's gonna be a tough match. My left has been pretty shitty, but I trained and I felt really good, and I just I tried my best, and at least you couldn't beat me inside, and I have pride in that. So,
but I was surprised how like afterwards I could still do something if I just attack you right away without holding in the defensive position.
Yeah,
I felt like I could still maybe do something, which was interesting. Maybe I should.
Yeah, and that fifth round, you were so weird because at one point you kind of gave up your hand and you were trying to do this, and I'm like, where are you going? Where you go? And that is really smart in those positions if you can stay there because the hand doesn't get pumped and the pronator doesn't get pumped as well that much.
So sometimes I don't mind kind of straightening it a bit because I know that I can kind of bring it back if I need to. So yeah.
We have a super chat from Doug Ehrlich. Doug's Mindaugas tavo kita salus ant manis. I think next beer on me, right?
Yeah, exactly. So cheers, Doug. Doug is a good guy. We had a conversation recently. The only problem is that he's afraid to pull me. But otherwise,
I think you guys did a lot after pulling, and I think that was.
So I think he understood what's up.
Shot's been made, Doug. Yeah.
Oh, but no. The funny thing is that Doug is very confident these days, and he is aiming very high. So I think he is already looking past me. He wants to beat the bigger boys in 85 kilo class. Maybe we'll meet something.
Let him beat those guys. Let him try. We'll see. Because Mindaugas is no joke, with especially with that right arm. So
did you change your opinion on the right hand match between us? You were saying that you were confident, but you are mostly saying that before losing to Doug.
Yeah,
did anything change?
No. I got back and I was like, I'm so used to controlling people without the strap, and I feel much better in the strap that I'm not fighting to get the strap, and that's all I'm gonna do for next tournaments. I'm just gonna try to get the strap. If the guy doesn't go instantly in a hook, I will try to get the strap all the time. And with you, I'm kind of afraid if I, can I even escape? If I want the strap, and if I'm not fighting, if I'm fighting to get the strap, I'm giving away my strength. But I think with right arm, it would be closer. I don't think you would like what I do now. Like literally, I don't think so, because for me the problems right now, like in the longer matches, is the hook pullers. It's not the top rollers. And I'm really interested in that match, to be honest. But not now, not yet. Just let me be. I can. get to Latvia, or I should get to you and we should do some
Riga Open.
reopen. Yeah,
No,
maybe you will qualify for another match because Engel's like, we don't take losers, so me and you out. No, no. But yeah, Riga Open April 1st. If anyone is near, I think it's going to be big competition. I had already so many people contacting me and asking, where is it, the dates and everything else, and some nearby hotels. And so yeah, I think it's going to be epic and fun. But yeah, um, let's go. We have a question, but I have more questions. But Moriarty, what do you think Ray can do to improve his game? Also, feel free to answer my levels question at the top of the chat. I somehow don't see it, but yeah, give me advice.
So yeah, it's really not that, like, technically I'm very impressed, and I knew that you were gonna be very good. So technically, no comments. Maybe you just need to be a bit stronger. And I'm thinking, how do you get stronger? Maybe some
By training, I guess, right?
But is it static?
Where? No. Where stronger? Where do you think I should get stronger?
So against me and Doug, you lost in the same way. I feel like you go in, sacrifice a bit of rotation, and then we are able to transition from going backwards to quickly going sideways, and then it's a problem for you to kind of stop it. Like, ideally you should go in, catch us, and then as we as we go sideways, it should stop somewhere low, right? Or
yeah.
So and it didn't stop. So I guess just some static hold, heavy hold. I don't know.
I can tell you where, because I was in Switzerland and I figured, like, I was like, oh, pulled a few matches there, and it was just I get into initiation, so I get inside.
Initiation is fantastic, very good.
But the problem is I can't stay there, and it's the chest. My chest is weak in position where my arm crosses my body, because I'm benching.
Right.
My
So you always bench, it's always open, right?
Yeah, it's always here. And this is why if I stop someone, I feel very comfortable. And if I have enough, I can stay there, I will drain them out and then I will get them back. But the problem for me is, like, I look at like almost every match, I hit it and then I get ripped back and then I stop it again.
That really makes sense. It really makes sense.
Yeah. Because I like,
the chest is not tight enough. It's a bit open, right?
Yes. And it is from all this. So now I implemented a lot of times where I do internal rotation with the bands, things keeping here. And I was like, we talked with Giannis, like, what do you think I need? And also I feel like, because I hate training my biceps, I'll do a lot of back for sure, but I just hate training biceps. This is why I have no biceps. I only have triceps. And I feel like as soon as I get there, I'm very easy to open up with the bicep, because my bicep just doesn't hold there. So those are the two things I'm really, really focused on now. And I'll see, the tournaments are the way to test it out, There's no other way, because then you have more and more information. So that's the plan for March. 3 tournaments. Should be crazy. Yeah.
So I guess you know what to work on. So that's perfect.
Yeah, it's, how you, like, after every competition, you sit there and it's like, oh, fuck. Good, bad, it doesn't matter. You're like, what can I train more? What can I do more? What can I improve? And yeah,
that's why it's so important to compete. Your brain will work so much more afterwards.
Yeah,
you cannot help it. So you will improve after competing.
I don't like big times off. Like, last was WAF Worlds. That last time I competed, like, in tournament, and now in Switzerland, it was just terrible. I was so slow. I was like, what the hell I'm doing? And my left it's so bad. Like, after our match, it got way worse. So Philip was making fun of me all day. So
In Germany or where?
No, and in Switzerland. Switzerland. In Switzerland. Yeah, I lost, and like I was looking. I was like in my mind, I'm like ready going, and it was just like, just did nothing, nothing, and I was like, okay, my left needs a little work, and because I still want to do Fraude eventually with both arms. This arm cannot beat Fraude right now, absolutely, 110%. So need to get that fixed. How do you have any injuries or anything or pains or is something's bothering you?
No, I'm very good, except yesterday we had a training and something. I felt a little bit in my left, not really an injury, but felt weird. So I don't know. I think by now, in the morning it felt bad. By now it's already better. So, but yeah, from time to time, these small things, they still happen.
Because my right now, like just nothing. I train, can do any exercise, no pain, no discomfort, nothing. It just feels fantastic. The chest is the thing that I kind of feel a little bit, but it's getting better. And I remember it was, I think 2019, 2020 something. You were in Riga, we trained, and then we went to sauna, and then I remember we're standing by the door, and you asked me like, and I was like doing something like this, and you're like, your arms hurt? I'm like, yeah, all the time. And you're like, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, they shouldn't. And since that, it's been like huge improvement on getting no pain from training. So that small sentence you told me, I was like, you're
wow.
yeah, you didn't even know. Okay.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I'm leaving for Dubai, and there's 3 big matches. 2 of those matches are insane matches. We kind of wanted to see those matches. I want to hear the master's thoughts about these matches. So first is, I don't know how familiar you are with Pavlo and Sabin, and
yeah, I know the guys. Yeah,
the guys. So how do you see that match? Who do you see as the favorite?
Okay, let me think a little bit. Sabin should be strong enough. I know that Pablo is good now, but I think Sabin will be ready, and he should be able to top roll at least. Yeah, maybe better endurance also. So I think I would guess that Sabin takes it.
Okay, so John and Dennis.
Yeah, it's crazy. We are lucky to have these epic matches, right? Matches from the past. So
imagine the last time they pulled like in a super match was 15 years ago. Insane.
It's crazy. Yeah, so it's great that Dennis is coming back. It's also great that John is still doing his thing. I don't know. I'm just happy to see it. Whatever happens. But I would not be surprised if Dennis is in a good shape. So I think Dennis has a good chance. On their hand, John is also in a great shape. So yeah, very hard to tell.
If you have $100, and those are your $100, not mine, who are you putting them on?
I kind of want to go with Dennis, but then Dennis is a little bit untested, right? He was just practicing a little bit, and then so we don't really know if he's fully back or not. So it is a bit risky to put money in Dennis. I don't know. I just cannot choose this one. No?
Because like you talk with Devin, and Devin's 100% convinced that Dennis is the still number 2 on the planet.
So that's also my opinion, that I think Dennis will come back this year and be in a very good shape. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know, this is his first outing, so we need to see it.
Like
if it goes well this time, then I'm pretty confident that the rest of the year is also going to be great for that.
Yeah. So as a fan, like I would love to see John winning, because it's John. It would be amazing if John wins. As a fan, also, I would love to see Dennis just destroy, because that opens up doors to so many things. Like even if Dennis doesn't destroy but wins versus John, we will definitely see him and Devon going at it. But the hype will not be the same, right? And then we're gonna see, or maybe before that, him and Levin go at it. But the hype will not be the same. So
If you still have destruction, then it's
yes, when it's just like easy, and then he will give away the round number 6. I think so, 100%. I think he'll be very nice to John. He's like, take it, congratulations. But there's a possibility where John just gets the pronator going and just stucks there and just takes him away. Yeah. Ooh, that's a.
I would maybe almost like to see Dennis win, because he was suffering a little bit in the past years, and then so nobody likes to see him being sad. So we need him to come back.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where, like, he looks like he's so, mean, or he's not. He's really, really nice. I remember in 2019 Zloty, he was or 18. He was supposed to come back next year, but then he got health issues. And I remember sitting, and he was so happy just to be there back in Armwrestling, just watching the matches. He's like, this is all finally, I think it was 2019, but now we're gonna see him back on table. Hermes and Levin. Can anyone take something from the king, the god, the machine?
I think the biggest problem for Hermes is that Levan's main weapon, Levan's main strength is his hand. And if it was anyone else, like everyone else would be in trouble against Hermes top roll. But I feel like Levan will contain.
I'm losing you.
Then it's gonna be over very quickly.
Sorry, I lost. I don't know if it's my connection. I think it might be my connection. Can you go one more time there?
Okay. No, I was just saying that I can hardly see Hermes taking Levan's hand. I feel like that's main strength of Levan is just so thick, so huge, and you can see it. You can look at that wrist of Levan's; it's just crazy thick.
Yeah.
So I don't see Hermes taking his hand, and then I feel like it's gonna be over very quickly if Hermes is not able to top roll.
Yeah, as much as I would love to see something interesting going on. I think it's my internet. It's my internet. Yeah, I feel like something's going on.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well. No problems.
Okay, so I feel like looking at the past match where Dave, Hermes was all the time on the B side. He was defensive, and then he went on the offense. There's no chance you will hold Levin there. I don't believe it. I absolutely don't believe it. And you have to attack him. And if you just can't escape the hand and side pressure, it's going to be very, very hard. I would love to see something good, because I think it's lonely to be Levin at this point, because it's like, we kind of like for 2 years we already like, who's the number 2 guy, and then the number 2 guy keeps losing and then winning and then they're changing, and then it was Jerry and now it's Hermes, and it's it's just weird. Super heavyweights are so weird right now, but yeah,
but it's nice, a lot of action, and
yeah, but not for him. Not for Levin.
For Levin, no.
It's that is the problem when you are that strong. Even for you to find good opponents, most of the time you have to look outside the weight class. Because
at least I can go a bit heavier, and then
you can go heavy. Yeah, for him there's nowhere to go. Sun versus the Sun, Levin versus the Sun. Yeah. At one point you said his hand is he's thick and huge. And all I wanted to say was, that's what she said.
But your internet fucked it up, right?
Yes, definitely. We have Kobe Rhodes. Top roll is king. Yeah, that's
Official Copper Roads, right?
yeah, the real one, the real to Kobe Rhodes. So what else I wanted to talk about? I wanted to ask you something else because you said a bunch of nonsense last time I saw you, but yeah, what does it mean when you said hook cannot be top roll, press can be top roll?
No, I said flop wrist is winning against the top roll.
Flop wrist is winning against top roll, okay, but
And I said that hook is normally losing. Yeah, to top roll.
But that's individual.
Not really.
Really?
Not really.
No, like absolutely, like Zaluyev, Rustam, you know. There's a lot of guys that fight in a good, beautiful hook that beat everyone. It doesn't matter what you were doing, but there's individuals that can beat them.
No, I don't. No. Somehow, I feel like it's this. If two people are roughly at the same level, power wise, and one of them is a top roller, another one is a hook puller, the top roller should be able to win every time, because the top roller is simply designed to attack the hand of someone who is hooking. That's basically the goal.
I can agree there. Yeah, that when you say same power level, yeah, it makes because every technique is an anti-technique, and
yeah, so that's what I mean.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, because I'm like every time, like no, but yeah, same power level. Yeah,
That's what.
Yeah. But the press will flop wrist press, so the press will do better versus top roll.
Yes.
You know, he doesn't care about the things.
Doesn't care. Completely ignored. Just
yeah. It makes sense. Yeah, it's just when you said it, you should have said just added that little disclaimer.
Okay. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it's obvious.
You can't. We're like the face is there, the Neil's face and Philip's face. It was just amazing.
Oh, but in some of the videos, you made it look like everyone was against me, but I don't think everyone was against me.
Everyone was against you.
Not really, no.
Oh, really? No, we agreed.
We were all saying the same thing, just from different directions. So, I didn't even disagree with any of them.
I know. The funny part was when me and with Devin were doing interview, and that you can see, like, I put on 17-minute clip of it, and you can hear Neil shouting all the time right there.
So at some point you had to go and join us.
Yeah, and at one I'm like, hey, we gotta go and see what the hell is going on there.
Yeah, that was a funny part.
It was really good.
But look, at the end, I agree with everything Neil says. I'm just saying that I need to work a little bit on to get that strength so I can execute the moves. And Neil is saying that I can already do it now, but I don't.
I think you could do it now. I like, if you look at all those matches, and we'll be 100% honest, you never climb. You just you get to position, and your hand doesn't change position. And
no, I climb. No, look at the latest matches.
Show me one clip where you do this. Show me one clip where you keep climbing. Because you all the time you will have the A side, you will have the he will be on the defensive side, you will be on attacking side, and it's never that. Because you get stuck. The problem is you get stuck.
You have to look at some of the latest matches. You will see it.
Okay.
Also, maybe for example the Oleg Tudorian, if you remember.
Yeah.
A lot of climbing.
Yeah.
And also 2 last matches with Daniel, I'm also climbing, and I'm getting out of.
If you would pull him again, most likely you're going to pull him again either in European Worlds or somewhere else. That would be the thing. Just get the strap, get the guy with the biggest hand who can just hold and just and done it. Because I think you have the power. If you wouldn't have the power, you wouldn't be able to move him. And even in Rough Worlds, you were pretty much the only guy that actually moved him, like actually moved him. You know, it wasn't flash
Even
pins. Like,
yeah, after that match, I felt like my technique and everything I did kind of worked. So I'm wondering now how would I do in the super match, because
yeah,
I did manage to get out of the stand and climb a bit and started to go into a press a little bit, and then I thought, okay, but it felt like it was too much. I was losing all the power, so I thought it's not worth it.
yeah. If you would do a super match, my suggestion would be just practice sessions should just look like that. Should just like take someone, climb, finish when you do it efficiently, and pretty much will open the door for you to beat more guys. You know, even you know, yeah.
I feel like even Giannis, for example, he doesn't do the things which I do, even if he could actually. So he didn't really manage to get out of Daniel's hand, and he was just supinated, right?
Giannis comes with the strategy. Giannis like, I will try to give a loose hand and be explosive, like try to stay in place. I'm like, I don't know. He comes back, he's like, didn't work. He like didn't work.
Giannis needs to copy me a little bit, and then he can always get out of that. He can always stop him.
Yeah, Giannis top roll is much different than yours. He's much more hand side pressure dominated. He's much more here where you are. You use so much back pressure. Plus, you're taller arm. It's always different.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah.
Longer than Giannis?
Longer. Yeah,
I don't think so.
I think
It,
maybe even if it's not, Giannis never posts, and you always post. You're always way higher. Giannis will give up that because he wants that hand control. He wants those fingers, and but yeah, we'll see. Most likely, we'll see one more time this year, next year, next few years again. But yeah. I know you have to go to sleep. I have to pack for Dubai.
it was a good sport.
You want to say anything else to the millions watching?
Yeah, I want Giannis to get ready for this year's super match at some point.
Hey, Giannis doesn't watch our videos.
Well, you tell him.
Me and Giannis really doesn't talk, but okay, I'll tell him. Yeah, he knows that.
I also know, I remember Justin Bishop complaining a lot after his last loss to me. So if he wants the match, we might be able to do it this year again, because he told me that in another 6 months he would kill me like it's nothing. And I think that he would lose 6-0. Same to Doug Ehrlich, by the way. Doug Ehrlich is too confident. I would beat him 6-0. That's pretty much it for now.
Hey, I forgot. Ryan Bowen, Todd Hutchings.
Yes.
Is there a chance for Ryan to beat Todd Hutchings, realistically?
Ryan is always very good at convincing us that he has a chance, man. And this time, maybe he has a small chance, because as I understood, Todd is quite a bit smaller. Like, he's like 97 kilo only, while Ryan is 110. And then Ryan clearly looks better than normally, so maybe he's actually gaining strength. I don't know. I'd like Ryan to do well, so I hope he does well. But yeah, of course it's a difficult match for him. It's maybe, especially stylistically. What he can
preparing. He was preparing for chance. That's 100% top roll. And whatever you prepared for, because Ryan sent me a message. He's gonna pull Todd, and I was like, why didn't you take someone similar? You know, at least, because now the whole plan of the, you know, it's different. It's way different, because you train for someone who's gonna attack these points, And Todd doesn't care, you know. He doesn't care.
Also, Ryan's main move is not working well against Todd, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
stylistically it doesn't look good.
yeah. Ryan kind of can sit there, but I don't think he can sit there with Todd. I'm still gonna watch the match. I'm interested in match. He put in a lot of work, and we always support Ryan, and I love Todzilla, and should be an interesting match. So yeah, Mindaugas, father.
Yes, man. I'll see you next time.
Yeah. Take care, and I'll see you either on Iron House or someone else. And thanks everyone who tuned in. We'll see you next time. Yeah.